Hey Scorpios! Welcome to your new weekly reading for August. This is going to be a timeless general reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Alright, some house rules right out the gate. Well, actually, first, if you watched my Timeless Tuesday video, you'll know I am not at home for the next 2 weeks. I'm visiting some friends of mine. So, setup looks a little different. I'm filming on my phone, so bear with me if there's some technical difficulties and things. Just kind of getting used to the new system. But again, house rules. This is a timeless reading, so no matter when you find it, just because it went up in August, if you find it after, don't worry about the timing. The message will come to you when it's meant to. My only ask is that you take it as it resonates. As a general reading, there may be a card or a message that pops up, doesn't fit your circumstance, doesn't make sense to your situation. Leave that on the table, take the rest. Well, the comforter this week. But yeah, let's get into your reading. We're going to open with some oracle cards. I'm going to pull a couple. And again, you may resonate with all of them. You may resonate with one of them. So take what fits, what's appropriate. Let's see, that was 2. Let's see if we got one more. Go for 3. I hope your week has been going well, Scorpio. As a fellow water sign, we just had our new moon in Leo last night. So great time to do some new moon intentions. Nope. Oh, I love that. I literally said intentions. Your first card was intention. I will show you the cards, don't worry. Okay, we'll take those. And you got some, oh, you know what? We're gonna take all 3 of those. You get 5, Scorpio. All right, so first card, intention. So laying some new seeds, right? Laying some new foundations, not foundations, but laying some new intentions. Putting some plans out there, right? Being very mindful about what you're doing. Compass, choosing a new direction. Makes sense, actually, coming with intention, if you think about it. Makes perfect sense coming together. Choosing a new path, choosing a new direction, so might be finding your way in some sense. And again, I was talking about mindfulness because of that owl. So using, I was gonna say using your smarts, but really thinking and planning what it is you want to be doing. What are we trying to manifest? What direction am I supposed to be heading in, right? With this compass. So there may be a shift there. We have One Ring Circus coming out after that. Oh, sorry for the glare. One Ring Circus. We have Moonlight coming out. So we were talking about the moon earlier. So again, great time. And actually, there is a little moon in One Ring Circus also. Sorry, I'm trying to get light, but no glare. We'll do it that way. And then we also have Storm Fields. Gee, that's kind of an epic card. That's kind of cool. I like that. So with these 3 coming out, especially since they came out together, right? Because that's also kind of impactful in a way. So with Moonlight, One Ring Circus, Storm Fields, definitely could be some big, I was going to say change, but could also be there may be even some upheaval with this Storm Fields, taking up and destroying some old paths, maybe some old ideals. Something is shifting and changing there, which is bringing about this new direction. I kind of want to pull up One Ring Circus, because I'm not getting a whole lot off of this image. One Ring Circus, here we are. You are capable and competent. Independence is key now as you step into your journey today. Others may not have the vision or resources that you need. Recognize that all of the wisdom you've acquired, we talked about that with the owl here with intention, right? Tapping into your own wisdom. All of the wisdom you have acquired along the way makes you particularly competent, capable of moving forward with assurance. Self-reliance is important. I just want to see if anything, no. So, amazing. So feeling confident, competent in your skills. With Moonlight, beautiful energy for you to tap into. But especially with this is all about, what does the rune rule? Rule is what I meant to say. What does the moon rule? It rules our emotional body, our intuition, right? Our inner voice. So this is all about trusting your intuition. And then you have a card here of self-reliance. So relying on yourself, having faith and trust in your capabilities through this change, through this shift. And again, I don't know why upheaval is the word that came through first, but This might be a significant major change coming to you, right? And then it makes sense. So it almost feels like two phases, and I almost would reverse them, because this feels like the change that causes the need to make some choices and trust your guts and go by instinct, because everything around you is feeling kind of crazy and turbulent. And from that storm, you now need to choose a new direction, because the old path, right? So it's like the way ahead has been blocked by a storm and ultimately destroyed. So you can see there's this like turn here. So there's this new opening. This is the new direction that needs to be I was going to say chosen, but it's the new direction we're heading in. It's a new path we need to go, because something's now affected the old one, or the original one. Excuse me. Interesting. I'm excited for this reading, Scorpio. This is going to be cool. Ugh. It's so weird not having like a stable, like a solid surface. All right, my loves. Let's get... Oh, someone came out. Look at that. First card out, Page of Pentacles. This is that growth potential, right? Planting seeds. I'm going to put that with the intention. But that's all, to me, that's what the Page of Pentacles is. If you've seen my readings before, you know I talk about it as my dirt card. Because it's the nothing that from, oh, there we go. That from it grows everything. You never know what that seed is underneath that mound. But that's exactly what the Page of Pentacles is. It's speaking to the growth potential of this moment. Let's see. We've got Four of Swords, so needing to rest. And actually this makes perfect sense, because you don't see a lot of action necessarily here, right? We have listening to your intuition, having faith in yourself while things are shifting and changing. Here we're making a choice on what direction, and intention is all about visualizing and setting the plan and putting it in motion. But you don't see a lot of action here. So it makes sense that the Four of Swords is coming out, because we're in a moment where we need to take rest, where we need to breathe, where we need to collect ourselves. We also have the King of Wands in reverse, which I will say doesn't necessarily make it as negative as it sounds. I think especially coming out with the Four of Swords, it's kind of echoing that need to not act, because you think of the King of Wands upright, very ambitious, very motivated, full of initiative, right? Trusting his guts, acting on impulse, but wisely and with intention, if you think about it. In reverse, sometimes can make that energy, kind of crazy and chaotic and pass assertive into aggression. But here it talks about not relying on these energies, coming out with this Four of Swords. Instead of being active and driven and motivated, it is time to slow down. It is time to rest, right? It's more about planting the seeds versus going out, versus going out and doing and forcing things and causing this shift, because there's enough going on already. And then we have the Hierophant and the Justice card upside down or in reverse. Hierophant to me is echoing everything talking about with this Moon card, because it is a lot about faith and spirituality. There also is this level of commitment and devotion as well. So how committed are you to not only this path, the new goals, the new dreams, also a sense of devotion to yourself, right? Your purpose. What do you need to do? What makes you feel happy in this life? Because this speaks to a lot of imbalance with this storm fields. Definitely going through something that's causing a big shift and tipping the scales, right? So, the upheaval may be coming up, because it is. Lots of things are being changed and shifting for you. Whether it doesn't even need to be as destructive as storm field implies. It doesn't have to be destructive, but it's a lot of change and a lot of, I would even argue, sudden change, swift change. Definitely unexpected. What do we have here? So King of Cups, so definitely being out of your element, right? Because you are a water sign, my lovely Scorpios. So feeling out of your element, maybe possibly feeling out of control, right? Because King of Cups, he can ride those waves. No matter how stormy the seas are, he's sitting at the center and calm and stable. So this can be talking about these waves are really shaking you up and really messing around with the balance. We have the Five of Pentacles and the Star. So it may feel like you are out on these stormy seas by yourself. And honestly, that may very well be true, but that's fine because, we've already talked about it. All you need is yourself. All you need is you. And I feel like we've talked about this recently. I feel like that whole self-reliant topic has shown up. And this star is telling you to be hopeful, right? The star is the guiding light. So, if this was the tower, right? If this stormy field was the tower, destroying all these false security blankets and all these distractions and things that don't need to be in your sphere anymore, the star is the very next card, leading you back into the light, leading you out of distress, leading you out of struggle. So this is you needing to have faith and expecting miracles, Scorpio. And even if it feels like, how can I have hope? I have no help. There's no one there. There's nothing supporting me. Again, you don't need it. You don't need it. You may want it, and that's not even a bad thing to want it. Oh my God, we were talking about the Tower card. Look what's at the bottom of the deck. Can't even. So again, it feels heavy. It feels very challenging. It may not be as destructive as the Tower card because it hasn't come out, but it definitely is having that same type of shakeup. It's having that same type of energy. It's doesn't have to be destructive, but it's still big. What do we have here? And then we have 2 9s. 9 of Cups and 9 of Wands. I did flip the 9 of Cups over. It showed up in reverse, but I wasn't feeling it that way. But 9 of Cups and 9 of Wands. So, could be speaking to feeling defensive, my lovely Scorpios, and really kind of digging your heels in. I'm not changing paths. I know where I wanted to go. I wanted to go forward, so I'm going to go forward. Highly don't recommend that. Because again, that storm is trying to shift you. It's trying to force you onto a better path. There is a shift here that is asking you to find a new direction, my lovely Scorpios. So if you've already been trying to create a new opportunity, whether this is work, maybe a relationship, if you've already been searching for a new outlet, created a new outlet, maybe starting your own business, if you've already started that road, that's great. You're ahead of the curve. You're ahead of the curve already. I would even argue if that's the case, I'm talking about all this change and all this upheaval and all this kind of stormy, shifty energy. You're probably like, no, haven't seen none of that. And it's because you didn't need it. You found this road all on your own. Or this road, sorry. Don't know what side it's on. But you found this road on your own. You didn't need the storm to push you. You followed your instincts and you went already. So I would say those of you really are tuned in with this Hierophant energy and trusting not only your intuition, but your guides, your instincts, your impulses. That's amazing. For those of you who, I would almost say those are the people that I'm connecting to for this Nine of Cups, because this is emotional contentment and feeling fulfilled, right? For those of you where it does feel hard, it's because you need to be willing to let this go, because it's not balanced, right? And I will say, if you continue to hang on to this Nine of Wands, this stubborn kind of I'm holding my ground kind of energy, it's only going to get harder. It's only going to get harder, right? So I'm saying it's not destructive now. Eventually it could be, right? If we can shift the energy now before being forced into a tower moment, wouldn't you want to do that? That sounds like a way better situation. I don't see any major outcomes just yet. Like, I don't think what we're dealing with are the physical manifestations of anything just yet, Scorpio. I think this is all, it's more just about the direction and early stages. We got this Page of Pentacles. So again, we're planting seeds, not necessarily ready for the harvest yet. Four of Cups. So again, this energy of, I don't want to say pity party because it's not entirely what it is. And I think that oversimplifies this emotion, but it is this kind of seeing the hard stuff, seeing the struggle, seeing the challenge, and again, feeling like there's no support, feeling left out, feeling like there's no hope. And yet the message is to have hope. Even though it looks like this, it doesn't have to feel like this. Even though it looks like this isn't forever. This isn't always going to be the way. And the wonderful thing about the Four of Cups is that there's always a blessing there, right? So even though this fox is looking at these empty cups, feeling like there isn't anything being offered, Literally right behind this tree, here's his little friend bringing in dinner, bringing in a gift. And I saw this as we were talking, bottom of the deck, 6 of Swords. So better days ahead, right? Things are getting easier. If you can utilize this energy, you shift out of this kind of struggle bus, stormy sea into calmer waters. And that's exactly what we want. Oh, oh, here it is, Tower card. Now, I will say, if you can lean into this energy, you can avoid it feeling like this. You can avoid this full Tower destructive moment. I would even say you could have it in the reverse, where it's not so much about the walls being torn down, but it's kind of like shaking loose the rubble, like shaking loose all this old stuff and healing and recovering from all of this wackadoodle energy. So Scorpio, big shift for you. I would say we just had the new moon in Leo last night. So I would say tonight, even tomorrow night, because usually the energy is around for 3 days. I say tomorrow, it happened on Tuesday. I'm filming this Wednesday. So Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, I would probably say would be the latest you want to do this. But utilize this new moon to set the intention. Find this new direction with the intention, the compass cards. Honestly, and even if you are still at the point where like, I don't even know what, 3 of Swords, bottom of the deck. We'll see what cards came out with that. I haven't looked at them yet. But I would say use this new moon energy to plant some of these seeds. And like I was saying, or about to say, even if you have no idea yet, like all you're experiencing is this, and you haven't thought about what that next road is, thought about what this new opportunity should be, could be, what you'd like it to be, even if you don't know, set the intention to be aligned with your highest good, right? No matter what that is, you know? Because I will say there's always a level of divine intelligence that we always think we can control. We always think we can outsmart it and make it happen to our will. There's always divine intelligence at play. And, I mean, way smarter than anything any of us could ever think of, right? So trust in that. And I would say divine intelligence knows. Even if you like lay a blanket statement out there like, align me with my highest good, universe knows, you know, you would be happiest, you know, with a partner who treated you XYZ, with a job that allowed you freedom to da-da-da-da-da, with a job in this particular field. Like, the divine knows. Like, you're not going to be like, align me with my highest good, and then you meet this you know, new potential date who you're not attracted to in any way, shape, or form. That's obviously not your highest good, right? There's no joy and passion in that. So, again, expecting miracles, trusting in the divine. But again, it's about setting some new intentions and setting some new groundworks, leading you to a much more stable foundation. So we have, King of Cups came out already. So we got 10 of Cups in reverse with that last card coming out. And especially having it with the 3 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Now 10 of Cups, great card, right? Fairy tale ending, happily ever after. We're all about this. Having it in reverse, I think, is more confirmation that if you stay on this path, you don't reach the full potential, right? You could push and push and push and be stubborn and just force this to work. And even though it would find resolution eventually, it's like finding the happy ending and happily ever after, but it's just slightly off, right? Like the diamond is shiny, but it could be shinier. Or the diamond is big, but it could have been bigger. Like it's like, I almost look at this in reverse, it's like 9.5 cups. Like it's just, it could have been better, right? Or it's like, it's nice on the outside, but underneath, like it's completely different. Like it looks like we have the nice happy marriage, we live in the nice pretty house, and we have this super great successful job that like pays for it all. But if you were to live that life, you notice the job is super stressful and doesn't give you the time to enjoy all of these things. You and your partner look nice in photos, but you're arguing and not connecting, and there's no emotional investment between the two of you. And the house has leaky plumbing and it's full of rats. Like, you know, it's like from the outside it looks nice, the real bones of the situation, not what we dreamed it to be. So again, this is not the path for you. I highly urge not to be stubborn and not to commit to that path, because it's not going to lead you where you're meant to go. There's so much more potential out there for you, Scorpio. This is not the moment to dig your heels in. You know, and like I said, if you really don't have any idea what this new journey is, have faith, and literally it's very like Jesus take the wheel moment, like legit. Like I know that I know I've driven the car off course. Take me home. Like take me home wherever that is, whatever it may be. All right, my love Scorpios, I'm going to wrap up your reading there. By far the most intense reading of all the ones I've done today. Scorpio, big shifts, but a lot of trust on your part needed in the divine. Be strong, be brave, and again, be confident. Where are they? They're lost in this little pile of cards I have here. But definitely trust in your capabilities. Oh, no, I put them somewhere. I don't know. They're lost in here somewhere. But trust in your instincts. Trust in yourself. With the One Ring coming up, the Star card coming up with the Five of Pentacles. Know that even if it feels like no one's on your side, even if it feels like you're looking for help, you want support, and no one is coming to your aid, you are enough. You are enough. So if even if you're having like self-doubt issues, or not thinking you're worth it, or smart enough, or capable enough, or I don't have the resources to make this happen, yes you do. Yes you can, Scorpio. You truly can. That's kind of why this is happening, because you're meant for something bigger. You're meant for something more. This is settling, and you don't need to settle. There's no point in it. It's not serving you. It's not serving others. There's literally no point to it. This whole shift is to get you back on I don't want to say back on track, because it does feel new. So back on track isn't what I meant to say, but back in alignment, so you can find this new path. And like I said, for those of you who have found it and aren't having this struggle energy, good for you. Stay there, stay faithful, and I definitely recommend doing some moon intention work. I think I talked a little bit about it in my Timeless Tuesday video as well, so if you haven't seen that, check that out also. But with that, I'm going to end your reading, otherwise I'll keep you here for another next 3 hours. But I'm wishing you the best. Thank you, as always, Scorpio, for being so amazing. I love and appreciate you for all the love and support you share with me and my channel. If you like this video, I'd appreciate if you could drop a comment down below, hit that thumbs up button. If you're not already and would like to, hit the subscribe button and join my little crew of ride or dies here. We get together every week. Make sure to hit the bell so you know when your video pops up. And with that, take care, stay safe. I love you guys, and I will see you in your next video. Bye, Scorpio.